Greetings gastronauts, this is Keith Cooks, I'm Keith, and today I'm going to show you how to make a classic American dessert, key lime pie. So actually what I just told you is a complete lie, almost. It's not key lime because you can, well, key limes grow in Florida and possibly available around there. I've never seen one, I've never had one, so I'm using proper limes. And secondly, it's not a pie, it's not even got pastry in it. It's a biscuit base with squidgy filling. It's delicious, but really it's not a pie. I don't know what it is. Flan, I suppose. Anyway, it's really tasty and pretty easy to make, so let's do it. Ingredients for the not key lime, not quite pie. I've got 300 grams of digestive biscuits, I've got the yolks of 3 eggs, I've got 4 limes, I've got 150 grams of butter, 400 mils of condensed milk, and 200 mils of cream, heavy cream, double cream. And I'll also need a tablespoon of caster sugar, powdered sugar. Now I'm going to make the pie in this dish, which is 20 centimetres, about 8 inches. And I've got a feeling there's going to be too much filling and stuff, so I may make an individual one or two. So we start by making the biscuit crust, and first part of that is melting the butter. Second part is getting some biscuit crumbs. There's a few ways you can do that. My preferred way is to put them in a bag, beat them into submission with a rolling pin. You could use a blender just as well, or food processor. But you just want to be careful you don't end up with something like flour. You want some crummy texture. Oh, by the way, I said these are digestive biscuits. In the States you probably can't get them, but you can get graham crackers, and that's the thing to use. Watch out, neighbours. I do like doing that. By the way, some people would add sugar to this mixture, but I don't think we need that. So just pour in the melted butter and give it a good old stir. So there's the mixture. It should, when you squeeze it, it should hold its shape. If it doesn't, you might need to add a bit more melted butter, because it depends on the moisture content of your biscuit crumbs. Okay, next job is to grease the tins, and you should really use a tin with a removable bottom for this kind of not pie, because if you don't, you'll wreck it when you try to get it out. I know from bitter experience. Still tastes great, but just doesn't look good. Now we want to put some crumbs in there and spread them out in an even layer. I'm going to use this potato masher to compress the mixture, because really a biscuit base, it's not like pastry. It doesn't want to hold together because it's made of crumbs, and there's nothing in there that really will hold it together except butter, which doesn't have, well, isn't renowned for its tensile strength. Now we'll do the sides. Just press it well into the edge. So there we go, that can go in the fridge for about half an hour while we make the filling. So first thing to do is get your oven on to preheat to 160 degrees Celsius, and then we'll sort out the limes. I've just taken 3 nice slices because I want those for garnish, and now I need to take the zest off all the rest. I'm going to show you a nifty way to get as much juice as possible out of your lime. Hold it on its end and just slice 4 bits off around the core, and then you can just squeeze those, turn them inside out and squeeze again, and the core bit, just crush it and twist it, and that's a lot of lime juice. Now we need to separate the eggs. Now we pop the egg yolks into a big bowl, just break them up and mix them together, and now we'll add the condensed milk. gloopy goodness. And whisk that in. And finally the lime juice and about half the zest. Mix that all together. This is completely optional, but I think a lime pie should be green, not beige or yellow. So I'm putting some greenish food colouring in. That's more like it, that looks like lime, doesn't it? Now we spoon it into the biscuit base and we put this in the oven and bake it for 15 minutes. So here's the pies out the oven, and we'll just give that a little shake to see if it wobbles a lot, and it hardly wobbles at all, so that means it's set. Now we need to wait for this to cool down completely before we put the topping on. Okay, here it is, nicely set, and now I'm going to whip up some cream to do the topping. So I've just got some double cream in a bowl, well, in a pan, and I'm just going to whiz it till it goes thick. It's almost there, needs a bit more. You need to be very careful with this, because if you over whip it, it'll start to separate into butter and buttermilk, which is sometimes a good thing, but not for sticking on a cake. Okay, that's about as far as I'm going to go with that. Now I'll just fold in some caster sugar, powdered sugar, they call it in America. Now the tricky bit is getting it out of the tin. It's just come out of the fridge, so it's very cold, and it really doesn't want to. Oh, it's yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Yay! Wasn't that hard, was it? So now we just splop the cream on the top. If you want to get fancy, you can do piping designs and so on, but I'm not very good at that. You just spread it more or less all over and sprinkle on some lime zest and a twist of lime, and that's it. Marvellous, eh? Right, here it is, and I've got a feeling it's going to be a little bit wonderful. Yep, I was right, that is fabulous, so make it. And that's that. Hope you enjoyed it. Now please share it with all your friends on social media. Subscribe to this channel, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and don't forget the amazing website that has all the details of all the recipes. And thank you for watching. Come back soon.